People who buy real estate overseas often make one big mistake. They wait until the point of exchange of contracts to think about the currency part. By then, they've already lost control. My name's Dave Huggett, and today I'm going to walk you through the overseas property purchase timeline, from the offer stage to getting the keys, when to lock in exchange rates, and when to wait, and how to structure the whole thing properly so you're not scrambling at the last minute. Every international property purchase has 5 main decision points. Number 1, found the dream home and your offer's been accepted. You know the price you're going to pay, but you don't quite know the timeline yet. Second comes the survey and maybe a mortgage application. And this is where timelines start to firm up and completion dates become a bit clearer. The third stage is exchanging contracts, where the whole thing becomes legal, and also where the completion date is finally fixed, which makes stage 4 completion. Then the bulk of the money gets moved, but this is also where flexibility stops. And the last part is post-completion. There'll be some ongoing costs, furniture removal, and finally you get to move in. And most people only think about stage 4, and by that point it's too late to look at anything else, because the decisions that matter happen at stages 1, 2, and 3. So let's look a little bit deeper at each stage. Number 1, your offer gets accepted. Let's say the property is 750,000 sterling, or in euros, 862,500. At this first stage is when you need to start having better visibility on the currency part. Not to lock in rates, but just to start getting prepared and to start understanding the market. What does this look like in real terms? Get compliance documentation ready. Proof of funds, where the money is right now. Source of wealth, how did you acquire this money in the first place? Then things like photo identification and proof of home address. All this is required to onboard and to move forward with the transaction. And what this stage does is it removes future friction. It's not about execution. If you leave this part until nearer the exchange date, then you start adding unnecessary risk and, most importantly, frustration. Stage 2, survey's done, the mortgage is agreed if you need it, and the property price is confirmed. And this is where the timeline starts to firm up. This is where you need to start looking at the currency market more closely and potentially even identifying an entry point. So we need to analyse, where is it trading now? Where's it been over the last 3 to 6 months? And is it trading inside a clear trading range, or is there more volatility? And then these are the options you need to consider. Do you lock in a forward contract now with a flexible delivery window, or do you wait till closer to exchange to execute? The other thing you can do is layer it. You take smaller amounts as you lead up to the completion date. Ultimately, these decisions depend on 2 things: how much risk you can tolerate, and also where's the market in relation to recent trends. If the market's trading near the top of the recent trading range, then maybe you can afford to wait. None of this is prediction, it's just context. Because the most important thing is that you walk away from the transaction fully informed and knowing why you did what you did when you did it. Number 3, exchange of contracts. You're now legally committed and you have a clear completion date. That could be 1 week to 3 months or longer, depending on everyone's situation and objectives. And this is possibly the critical stage. If you haven't locked in a rate, then it's very likely you need to do this now, because nobody wants to get to completion paying a different price to what they agreed, especially if there's a long time between exchange and completion. Markets right now move significantly, even over short periods of time. And remember, once you've exchanged, there's no flexibility. You're locked into this transaction. Property must complete and the money must move. So if you're unhedged, unprotected at this stage, then you're really just at the mercy of the market and whatever it delivers when you need it. On a very simplistic level, you just lock in the exchange rate at the point of exchange, so when you complete, you know exactly what you need to settle. Some people lock it in even earlier than that, especially if they're particularly risk averse. Very few people wait till completion because it's essentially just speculation. Stage 4 is completion, and this is where the money needs to move and where you can't afford friction or hold-ups. If you've already locked in a forward contract, this part's simple. Funds convert at the agreed rate and they're transferred to the seller. But if you're executing on spot, then you're taking whatever rate the market gives you on that day. So the stress here becomes about timing, not the rate. There's also the compliance consideration. This is where hold-ups happen frequently if it's not managed correctly. You need to make sure that funds leave your account on time in order to meet settlement requirements. They still have to go through compliance checks and they still have to go through intermediary banks. This is why it's so important to know what paperwork is required and to have it all in place before this stage. Because if compliance delay the payment, then you can miss your completion date. If you work with someone who's helped you prepare properly, this stage is super simple. But if not, it can be very chaotic. And it's also why you need to make sure you have a clear point of contact throughout the whole transaction that you can reach when you need to, whatever the day or time. Lastly, it's completion. The property's yours, you can pick up the keys, but you've still got potential FX exposure going forward. Furniture, renovations, removals, utility bills, and initial fee payments, and even taxes. For some buyers, this can be small, a few thousand here and there. But for others, especially where renovation's involved, the numbers can still be quite big. And we look to help you with this on an ongoing basis. Because you're not a one-time transaction, you're always going to have an ongoing requirement. So let's just highlight the 3 biggest mistakes we see. Number 1, wait until exchange to think about currency, because by that point, you've lost all optionality and flexibility. Number 2, using an app-based provider for large transactions. Compliance will always delay you, and you don't have anyone you can call. Mistake number 3 is not having a single point of contact you can call when you need them. Because if you don't have that and something goes wrong, then you're just stuck in a compliance queue or left on hold, never speaking to the same person twice. The good news is all 3 are avoidable. Next week, I'm going to look at why banks aren't geared towards actually helping you. I'm going to look at the service limitations, the hidden costs, and why banks are built for them and not for you. If you're buying real estate abroad and you want to talk through your FX strategy, just hit the link in the description. There's no pressure at all. We'd be glad to talk through and make sure you're doing everything right. And if this has been useful, please hit like and please hit subscribe. Thanks very much for watching.